This video is for those who are still doubting Thomases, those that are skeptical. That person that you're looking right there is Linc Edochie, Yul Edochie's elder brother. And you can see Anita Joseph and May Edochie, Queen May Edochie, the queen of Sold Out. Now, anyone who tells you that Judy Austin, Judy Balabala, Enugu bag of rice, is having it nice, good, that person is fooling you. Just imagine you're married to a man who is not that rich. It means he needs help from relatives, family members. Aside the money aspect of it, there will be days or time that family will meet together. It could be a wedding. It could be anything. Do you know that Yul Edochie cannot take Judy Austin along to any family event? No, not at all. Yul Edochie cannot bring Judy Austin to his father's house anymore. The only time he did was the first he came to introduce grandson, Star DK, that has now become a bone of contention. Is Yul Edochie the real father? But that is not our business. Like I've said before, any man can decide to take ownership of a child as long as the woman has no qualms about it. If there is no problem, no issue about it, I'm not saying this is right, that a woman would get pregnant for a man somewhere and bring that pregnancy to another man and pretend and lie. Well, Judy Austin cannot in any way get support from the Edochies. Nobody wants to support her. No one wants to do anything with her. Look at Linc Edochie. He went out of his way, left everything that he's doing just to show to May that we are here for you, we are rooting for you, we are praying for you. Linc Edochie knows May for a long time now. I mean, come on, knows May for a long time. Back in those days when Yul Edochie was dating her, they know each other and they felt like this is okay for us. I mean, why did Yul Edochie decide to mock our family? Like I've always said, it's not about the polygamy. Even if you listen to the wise sayings and opinion of Pete Edochie, the father of Yul, he is a man who understands tradition, culture. And I'm talking about tradition that has gone through process, gone through time. Not all tradition or culture or way of life should be accepted. No, not at all. But there are certain things that we know exist, and such is polygamy. Polygamy exists. If you, as a man, like Yul Edochie, wants to go into polygamy, is either you're going into it for political reasons or you're going into it for financial reasons, which politics is the same as the finance aspect of it, at least in Nigeria, in Africa, that we know. So you now decided to bring a woman that has nothing to hurt to your family. He has nothing to hurt to your family. He has nothing to hurt. And if a woman or a human being has nothing to hurt to your family, definitely they have a lot to subtract. You brought in a woman that will wreck your life, wreck your family, wreck everything that you have. And here we are today. The Edochies are not in support. No one is in support of Judy Austin and Yul Edochie. No one is in support. Everyone saw the wicked way both of them went about it. They saw how bad they are. They saw how evil. Everyone saw it. And they had empathy for May. May did not need to come on social media to curate or to beg or to seek or to lobby for pity or any of that. No, she didn't need to do all of that. People just saw how Edochie turned himself into a monster. People saw it. People saw it. At first, I thought he was having, a hard time. There are times that you take a step or action and you just do not understand yourself anymore. You want to kind of put all of these things out of your chest. And since you are not, our society, people don't go to meet a shrink or go to meet a psychologist, someone to speak to, or a counselor. Most people think their pastor can do everything. Of course, those pastors also want you to think that they are the counselor for everything, that God speaks to them and that's all. They don't go to meet professionals to speak to them. So maybe you, Edochie, at that time needed to speak to someone like a marriage counselor / psychologist, or a counselor for something, that has to do with what he's going through. Like, look, this is what has happened. This is what has happened. This is what I have done. So the way he wanted to relieve this pressure was to come on social media and begin to rant. That is what I thought at first. Like, okay, maybe this guy just wants to come on social media to express himself. Like, somehow it has happened. This is what is happening in his life here and there. But it got to a point, I realized that this guy is a narcissistic. This guy is not trying to really, release pressure. This guy is trying to show us, he's trying to tell us, trying to force us, he's trying to put us in that. And I also saw something that he thought he was so popular. He thought he was so liked and loved. He thought he could manipulate fans. He thought he could manipulate his audience into bullying May. Yes, he wanted social media to bully May into submission. That is why Sarah Martins came up with this rubbish. If you don't want to be counted, if you don't want to be numbered, then shift. So this was this is what they were hoping for. They thought that they could engineer social media in favor of themselves and in disfavor of May. They looked at the world, they look at our society, that the society that we are in will always clap. They will applaud, bad things like that. That is what he thought, like, I'm going to, but unfortunately, it didn't work out that way for him. Why? Because he lacks tact, he lacks sympathy, he lacks that core of humanity inside of him. He lacks it. If not, he would have realized that, wait, the way I should go about this is not this way. Let me go speak to my wife. If she doesn't accept, even if I need social media, which is not even normal, it's not even supposed to be, even if if that is the last route that he has to take, he would have just come out without telling us about King Solomon. He would have come out without telling us that he's a proud polygamist. He would have come out to not to talk trash. He would have, spoken differently. Like, well, I've spoken to May, my fans, you've been asking me what's going on. I've spoken to my wife, May, about this, and we have talked and trashed about it. We've argued, obviously. This is not what we spoke about at the beginning, but, human being evolve. We evolve, things change. So this is what it is. Rather than me secretly doing this and that and hiding and pretending, this is the kind of man that I am. I feel free and better this way. So guys, understand with me, this is what is happening. It's not like I'm a greedy man, but now, guys, there's a way you put the whole thing. Social media will, tamper justice with mercy. They'll put a little bit of like, okay, now people do it. Human beings do these things. They'll be like, you too, your own is too much. Okay. And your juju hosting. You as a man, if you were really a man, you would have instructed her never, ever on social media showcase foolishness and stupidity in any way. All she can do is to put picture of her son and never, ever in her life write anything that shows or indicate competition with the rest of the children. Like, she will write that this one is a star, and imagine the name. I'm sure she's the one that took that name and gave to that boy, Star DK, to show to the rest of the children that they are starless. So such competitive, unhealthy competition and nonsense. That's the way he would have gone about it. Like, look, listen, we are not going to put stupid caption. We are not going to write nonsense. You are not going to come out on social media to talk trash. If you do, just know that that's the end of everything between us, because I'm trying to manage and make sure that things work. And we have to be careful here. Don't forget that you have become an intruder. That is how it is. So take it easy, calm down, put pictures of Star Decay or whatever. Do what you want to do without stupid caption, without writing that this is the most glorious child. This is the no. Don't put nonsense that will show that there is an unhealthy competition or something. Don't do any of this trash. Maybe we will not be where we are today talking about these things. Maybe it would have been a different thing. But unfortunately, you Edochie, a wicked man, he must have bad-mouthed May to Judy Austin. For sure. He must have said terrible things. And you might be thinking, oh, am I just assuming? No, he wrote it himself when Auntie Rita Edochie, the queen of violence, gave it to him back to back. Gave it to Juju Austin back to back. He was forced to come out to write, even my auntie wants to grow her page and make money off my issue, off my trouble, off this bullying. Do you guys know what I was facing at home that made me take the decision that I took? He wrote it. So it means that there are some issues, obviously, that could exist in any marriage. Since, like I said, people barely want to visit. Of course, you know, it is, if people really want to put things right, that's when they say they want to meet a real marriage counselor. They will go to their pastor. Their pastor has solution to everything. Anyway, what I'm saying in essence is this. If truly you Edochie wanted to do right, he would have gone about it better than how he went about it. But the problem is this. It's not about you making a mistake. It's about you staying in that foolishness, stupidity, rubbish, and you are so headstrong and you don't want to get out of it. You don't want to apologize. You don't want to find a way around it. The only thing you want to do is to say that no, May still remains your wife. Well, people are still thinking that somehow one day, maybe that's what Edochie is also thinking, that both of them will come back together, that May will now say, okay, I have accepted. Let us begin polygamy. But I don't see that happening. I don't see it happening. Not with this newfound freedom and progress and success of May. No, I don't see it happening. I don't see it happening. I think she wants to conclude on her divorce, and you will see the new man. That's it. So guys, what do you think? Drop your comment, like and share. See you in the next update.